before we get into our reading, Savannah has just released another video. And here's what she says.
Video, stick around for a second. Let's watch this.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers, and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place.
Amen.
We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Okay. Thank you, Jennyville, for alerting us. Let me get over here and get chat open. It'll take me just a second, so just give me a minute. I like to have chat in two places. That way, if it freezes, I know. So today is the day, the deadline. But I'm very, very interested in knowing more about what comes out in the cards of what they were doing at Annie's house. Why were they using what appeared to be luminol, coming out with an evidence bag, allegedly, and doing photography there? I want to know what the cards show. Now, so far, the cards have been extremely telling, in the sense that this is indeed somebody very, very close to Nancy, according to the cards that she trusts. So without too much more delay, I'm going to show you the reading. We'll do it together. Now, a lot of you are brilliant and you have amazing questions. My private eyes are incredible asking the right questions, and that's why after this live there'll be another live, 3 lives in a day, but the last live I hand it over to the PIs to ask the questions and I pull the cards for them. Now, if you're not a member, do not fret. You will still be able to watch the entire thing and not have to pay a dime. It'll be completely free to you. So I encourage you to jump over with us when we go there. Now, you guys, I'm on this screen. I am over here. So I'm not a professional camera person. Forgive me if I'm looking in the wrong place and so forth. My focus is the read itself. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. So during this read, I'm very, very focused on the actual reading, and I don't always involve you as much. Sorry, but I keep my eye on chat very little, just a little bit, and I'm using my phone. It's small. I'm focused here, but we will switch over and let you have your time. So what I want to know today is I want to understand. Let me shut. Do I need to shut? Maybe not. Should be okay. I was going to shut the curtain, but I think it'll be okay today. We'll see. I need to understand what happened there at Annie's house when the investigators were there that night before last, right? What all happened? Now, I'm an excellent tarot reader, but you're better at the questions, so bear with me. And if I don't ask the question during the reading, perhaps our beautiful private eyes will. I do fear I'm going to have to close this curtain so you can see. Maybe if we do this, it'll help. I don't know. I'm trying to block it. There, I did it. I did it in a minute. And it still gives us enough light to see. All right, so what did we get? Cover up, fire, travel. You know, a lot of the FBIs are wondering if the ex-FBIs are all interviewed and they're all coming up with this thing that they believe could be going on, which is that the ransom was a hoax and actually unrelated to the actual disappearance of Nancy, that a crime happened, and that the ransom is more or less just to cover up or unrelated, right? But we have cover up, and we have this anonymous mask, right? So that is indeed the issue that we have, no doubt. Not sure, we're going to look into it further, but we do have fire. Fire energy in the tarot would be your zodiac list. So you'd have Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Of course, it could be talking about something else other than fire. Where there's fire, there's smoke. Maybe something about smoking someone out. But we definitely have travel. Let's push these up. We'll go about right there. Hope you're all doing well today. Whoa. I'm going to go ahead, grab my Truth Oracle deck. I want to understand this fire better. Then we'll do the others. Let me understand why the fire card. We just got a story, man. What just happened? Like my cards exploded. Alright, so hold on. Let's see what we have. We'll leave that one. I haven't seen it yet. It was face down. Now, I do not take these in reverse. Let's see what we have. We have a magic card on the bottom. We have single, isolation, independent, and alone. Well, the only one that's alone could be Nancy. Could she be alone wherever she is? Or, right now, Tommaso is singled out, sitting alone. We're talking about Annie's house. So, Annie's house, we have cover up, we have travel, and we have, and I've been picking up Sagittarius energy all along. And so the question is that what the fire means, a fire sign? So we have that single card, isolation, interesting. Now this is pet, dog, cat, animal, friend. Don't know what it means. It's showing a kitty cat. Now we do know that, and I was looking, you guys, that dog wasn't that old. But Nancy had a dog that passed away in the middle of December. Could someone have gotten rid of the dog ahead of time? I'm not sure. But pet is loyalty in a sense. So we have some loyalty going on. We have key people. Now remember, there might be a clue on the pet if Annie has a pet. We're doing Annie's house, right? Key people, core of the problem, pass. And I kept telling y'all through all the other reads, Annie keeps getting red. And all I can think of is red rum, which is murder backwards. Red rum, red rum. Doesn't mean that she did anything. Everything's alleged. Nobody's guilty until proven in a court of law. But I have to do my read the way I see it. I find this interesting. Annie's home, that we have the key people, core of the problem, pass. Come into focus, man. Next we have sing. Good Lord. Tommaso is a singer in a band. It says soul, sing praise, performance, right? He's in a band. He's the singer. We have mystery, unknown, puzzle, illusion, and confusing. Obviously. But the illusion part could be suggesting that there's something not what it would seem at Annie's. We have message. communication records, call records, instant messaging. I bet there's some messaging going on. And I imagine that they are digging deep into those messages. And we're finally there. What is the hidden card? Commitment. And look at the red. We're talking about Annie's home. We have oath, agreement, pledge, and promise. That loyalty. Maybe perhaps it's loyalty to the cause. Maybe they had a commitment to Nancy. This person's bowing down to the Queen of Swords, the truth speaker. And instead of it being a sword, you could almost imagine it being a cane. Maybe Nancy with her cane, and somebody feels that they owe her something. Let's continue. There are many layers into tarot. And a lot of the times we have to try to understand different messages off one card, and they still all be true. Show me what else we need to see about what was found in Annie's home. What clues, if any, were found at Annie and Tommaso's home? Okay, we're not going to take all of those. That would be half the deck, but we did get some. All right, this came out first. The case files. Can you see? Organize your information systematically. Keep detailed records and review your case files regularly. Structured documents will aid in the thorough analysis and decision making. So, there might have been, this would suggest there may have been documentation. We have message here. Something of documentation found at Annie's home that they, almost like something of communication. And yes, it could be a document. Could be, I was watching Justin over on Clutch and Pearls, and he was showing some sort of a power of attorney with Tomas's signature on it. And I don't know if that had anything to do with Nancy. Look at this, the legal enigma. Navigate complex legal situations with caution. Seek advice from knowledgeable sources and understand your rights and responsibility. Legal matters require careful consideration and expertise. So obviously this is definitely coming up with the legal team inside of Annie's home. What is this? The enigmatic cipher. Y'all, do you know what a cipher is? It's a poet. It's a damn poet. To cipher is to use your words. And she's a poet. Annie's the poet. That's what she went to school for. That's what she does. She makes jewelry and she's a poet. And I've got the enigmatic cipher. All right. Decode the mysteries in your life using an analytical skill to unravel complex situations or communications. It's all about communication. So there had to have found something inside Annie's house that communicated to them something worth doing the evidence taking for. Pay attention to patterns and symbols that may hold deeper meanings. This is wild. I'm reading on Annie's home. I get the cipher. Let me just check something real quick here. Ziggy. Does cipher have anything to do with a poet?
Yes. Edgar Allan Poe.
Ziggy. Volume 10. Ziggy. Does cipher have anything to do with a poet?
Edgar Allan Poe is actually fascinated by ciphers. He even used them in his writing. Like in his story, The Gold Bug, where a treasure's location is hidden in a cipher. Would you like to learn more about how Edgar Allan Poe used ciphers in his writing?
No. What does cipher mean?
A cipher is a method for transforming a message to hide its meaning. It's like a secret code that scrambles your words so only someone with the right key can understand them.
Key? Key? Key, people? Core of the problem and pass. Key? Are you kidding me? Thank you, Ziggy.
You're welcome. Glad I could help with the cipher info.
Wow. Okay, we're going to dig into the tarot now. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Let me just see something. I'm going to use our beautiful 1111 True Crime deck, which you can pick up if you go right over there to 1111decks.com. And I will make you a deck, and they're wonderful. And a lot of people have them. Truly. We have public, busy building. The city. Okay. What is this about Annie and the home being searched? Annie Guthrie's home with the luminol. Revenge, betrayal, pride, ego, planned. We just got a story. We have youth. Could be a child, right? Not a child, but somebody much younger than Nancy. It could be. We have teen, minor, or child, youth. We have shovel, tool, spade, dig, excavate, and we have coffin. Could they have hired someone? I mean, wow. That's so depressing. Seriously depressing. I mean, Annie is the child of Nancy. Give me one more card, bottom of the deck, self-harm, suicide. Somebody might end up on suicide watch, but I don't think that's a card. Stolen, taken, robbed. We do know she was taken. What is this about the church? Maybe they're bare hands. They could find out that there's something about that church message not exactly hitting right. Let's get into the tarot to find out more. That's wild with the cipher card. And then that key, right? Show me what we need to see about what was done at Annie's. Okay, let me just do it better than that. Show me how the detectives feel that are investigating the home of Annie about that search. Communication. Communication was found in that home about something. We got messages, we got communications, we have cipher, we have this. It could be that there was some writings that resembled almost like practice runs to the ransom note. We have communication with a decision and an illusion. The magician is Gemini energy. There's definitely an illusion. The magician in the traditional tarot has all the tools of the trade, knows how to create things, manifest. But when you get into true crime tarot, he becomes an illusionist, the magician, the one controlling the narrative, running the show. And he is manifesting a unique perspective for others. We have communication of a decision about an illusion. So it would tell me that they found something about an illusion. King of Wands, Sagittarius energy there. And the King of Wands is like this dude that he thinks he's God's gift to women. He's slick. He's got those salamanders all over him because, you can't hold on to him. He's unreliable. He's passionate about what he does. He can be an artist. Could be a singer, could be in a band, right? We have this King of Wands. I've been asking, who's this King of Wands? And to the best of my understanding, this would be the kidnapper. And I've said that for a while now in the readings. However, I am asking about Annie and Tomas's house. I'm not asking about a kidnapper, and I'm getting the King of Wands. So, is Tommaso, I'm asking, the kidnapper? We have this communication of a decision to do an illusion by a kidnapper. The perpetrator. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. Well, that's pretty much, aces are always yes. Ace of Swords are so words is clarity. It's clarity on a stick. Like it is a yes, affirmative. So as a reader, that's a pretty solid confirmation that I'm correct. And that this was actually to cover up the death of Nancy, allegedly. Ah, that's so sad. I want to get into the people deck. Remember, if it comes up butcher, it's not that the person's a butcher in their life. You have to dissect it and understand what the personality traits of the butcher would be. So take it with a grain of salt, as always. I'm just giving you my reading. But I want to understand this King of Wands and how it relates to, how does this King of Wands relate to Tommaso, allegedly? Ooh, the cards are jumping. Bartender, master of libations, small talker, elevator, bartender energy, right? I said, this is my drug dealer and speed dial. Well, alcohol, the bartender, the one that knows all the secrets, the ins and outs, keeps track of everybody's habits, right? When Norm shows up, he knows what kind of beer Norm wants. He knows how Norm wants his beer served because he pays attention to the details. What else about this King of Wands? Genius. Barrier of gifts, extraordinary, intelligent, innovative mind, exceptional ability. And they do say that whoever is writing these notes is extremely intelligent. We have a biologist as a teacher, and that's Tomas. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. I'm just curious. We're talking about this King of Wands in relation to Tomas. Courier, message deliverer. Look at that. A messenger. Here's a little secret for you. A message needs a courier, right? Somebody to do that. Well, look at this. The messenger of connections, the delivery, information, transmission, and then it says gift. How interesting. All right. I want more on this magician. Let's get a couple more tarot cards on this illusion. Show me how Tomas and Annie are related to this magician plan. And it's not the Two of Wands, it's the Three of Wands. And why do I say that? Because in the tarot, if you get the Two of Wands, it's a plan, but it's not taken action upon. So somebody can do all well and good, write the plan down, but if they don't take action, it's just words. However, when you get to the Three of Wands, it's the plan with the action taken. This person has made their choice. They've made their decision. They're waiting for their ship to come in. And that's what's happening today. We're on the deadline, 5 o'clock today. And that account, that Bitcoin account, as far as I'm aware, at least it was a half hour ago, is sitting on empty. So this magician has created a plan, and it's somebody, not only are they a couple, right, married in a sense, this is your marriage card, your true love, your match made in heaven, da-da-da-da-da, true Two of Cups. This is the plan, right? This magician is married, if you will, to the plan. I'm talking about Annie and Tomas's house. So for the evidence that came out of the house, what is being suggested to me is that it had to do with the communication of some sort. Maybe they're going to do comparative between the communication they found in the home and the writings. As a poet, maybe she writes a lot. Maybe as a teacher, he writes a lot on papers and things. Maybe they stumbled upon something that had the same flavor and felt familiar as the writing that was in those messages. We have something of possibly digital. We have defensive. Defensive. 9 of Wands is protecting how far you've come. That guy is guarding his door, right? He's only got that one little pole there because remember, he chose his pole right here on the 3 of Wands. So he's got his wand. And now if you come along, he'll knock you out. So that's protecting how far he's come. Show me Annie's energy, bottom of the deck, laid to rest. Money, King of Pentacles. And that's the big bucks. And the law. And the law. Justice is coming. We have the Queen of Wands with this orphan card. How quaint. Remember when I told you that person down here chose their wand? Well, so did this queen. She has her wand, but she's reliable. She follows through and she takes action. The Queen of Wands. Well, it just so happens you're about to see the truth here. That she has the abandonment card. This queen has left somebody abandoned out in the cold and wants nothing more to do with them. And they're ill. They're on crutches. They're barely making it. This one is barefoot in the snow. So this Queen of Wands has abandoned this person. Now look at this. Let's go back here. I said this King of Wands kept coming up as the abductor, the bad guy. But yet I'm talking about Tomas and Annie. And what do I have? I have the Queen of Wand and the divine counterpart, the King of Wand. So these two are divine counterparts. They each have their wand. They're each in, there's a warlock, I feel, in a sense. Because they're leaving this abandonment of this person. Bottom of the deck, I've got the King of Swords. This is truth. This is honesty. This is law enforcement. About to make a choice between which lover to arrest, I believe. But that's my humble opinion. But this is law. Choosing between one of these. Lovers, right? That somebody tried to take a self-cup of love in this and do themselves better. Rather than give to another, they took. And we have the child card. Well, Annie is the child, the daughter of Nancy. And Tommaso is the son-in-law. So this child card, not letting your past hold you back, this always implies, and I guarantee you in the tarot it means, you've known this person since you were a child. Well, indeed, if Nancy's the mother. We have travel. Moving, so we have movement in the case. We are about to get something that's going to come in very swift knowledge very soon. This is telling me, first of all, we have travel, but these two people are heading towards each other. So there's going to be, and this is almost like a burst of energy, like, yeah, on it, right? Where this person's bringing someone back. Archangel Michael here to say somebody mixed the cups wrong and they're about to get arrested. This is a Knight of Wands. I feel it's coming. The Seer is telling you, yeah, it's coming. There's an arrest on its way. I'm not going to tell you more. I feel like there's something I shouldn't say about this. I think the cards are going to tell you. The Sun. Well, Tommaso would be the son. and we have judgment. I'll just say it that way and not give away anything else about what I'm seeing, because I do not want to affect somebody by them watching this and figuring out a clue around something. All right, my lovelies, I am going to clean this all up and come up to top side. Let me straighten my cards up. We'll at least get them in one pile here. Clean our board. And I'm going to come over here, talk to you for just a minute. It's always a clear read, especially in this case, it's really clear. So now we're going to take everything that we just absorbed. It feels like they found communication of some kind inside the home. Maybe they're going to use it for comparison. We do have that cipher, which is about poetry, riddles, codes. It's almost as if it's saying, look over here at Annie's, right? So what I wanted to know was, what did the FBI and so forth, or even the sheriff's department, whoever was in the house of Annie's, what did they come out with? And it looks like they came out with clear communication that has got their attention. So whether that is a notebook, a journal, a manuscript, something they've written down somewhere, or a recording of their voice, or anything. For some reason, I feel like it's paper oriented, like hard copy paper. So that might be a big clue for everyone. Not saying that Annie's guilty, not saying Tommaso's guilty. I'm saying the cards are suggesting that there's something there. All right, my lovelies, thank you for the hypes. Thank you. You can only do that on replay, so thank you to my replay crew. I appreciate you. And as always, I put some little things in there in the replay crew lounge. And I thank my live audience very much as well. Now, if you are a private eye and you would like to ask the questions, you're about to have your chance to shine. So I will get my cards cleaned up. There'll be about a 5-minute wait and we'll get started. And yeah, you can ask the questions. All right, my lovely, say a prayer for Nancy Guthrie. Indeed, I pray for her well-being. I love you guys. To the moon and back. See you very soon.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I am here to stay. Destiny